Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, baby.
I love you too. Who is that texting you?
Nobody, baby. Don't worry about it.
Nobody. It says Tina. Who the fuck is Tina? Who the fuck is Tina?
Bitch, you know what? Get your shit and get out.
You know what? I love you, babe, but maybe we should take a break.
A break? Maybe you should kiss my ass.
Sound familiar? You in a relationship and this shit ain't working. It's time for the truth. This is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams.
With Zoe Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of yeah. Bang that right now. Let me get a piece of that. It sound real thin in here right now. I need somebody put some beef on that.
Right.
Man, that's Pharrell, man. And Snoop. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned to Dash Radio. You know what it is. Dash is the app. Go get the app. Download it right now. It's the only way you can get to Hot Button Radio. Once you get to Hot Button Radio, every other day? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. We up in here cutting up. You know what we do. This is a caller-driven show. We need you to participate because we want to hear your opinions, your perspectives. You know, whatever you got to say on the topic, because today's topic is hot monkey rocks right now. Crazy. Yes, exactly. I'm speaking Red Panda language.
You're stupid.
I'm just saying. Today's topic is going to be crazy. I want you to get to your phone lines. 844-55-1. Ashonti, hey. Red Panda, can you give us the number once again?
844-55-1. That number again is 844-55-1.
Oh, my God. And directly to my right is the purple-haired, jean gray, wild phoenix flower from...
Go, girl.
Hey, guys. From Seattle, man. Not Spokane, where what's her name's from.
Oh,
say it with your chest.
It ain't matter. What's poppin'? It's Wednesday. Hey, guys. Whitney Crush Wednesday. Make sure you hashtag.
I like that.
Yeah.
Whitney Crush Wednesday.
If you got a crush on your girl, you know, you can let me know. Call us 1-844-55-1.
Okay. And you already heard from Red Panda, Ashonti Ford. She's in the building right now. On the line, joining us, you know, our resident, let me tell you what's wrong with you in the nicest way. I say this with love. Let me help you. Let me heal you. Your whole shit is wrong, but I say it in love. Veronica Conway in the building.
It's all love, baby. It's all love.
Nigga, you are turned in a major way.
Starbucks.
And he lifted it. He did a little fist pump, a slow fist pump with that shit. That made me really uncomfortable.
Hilarious.
Oh, God. Hey, again, get to your phone lines, 844-55-1. Today's topic, do women really need the help of a man to raise boys into men? Do women actually need our help? It's a tough one. Can she raise an alpha male without the help of an alpha male? Yikes. Can she have a beta male as a partner and still raise an alpha male? Today's topic is going to be crazy. Do women really need men to raise well-adjusted, dope-ass alpha men? I want to hear from women on this before I even start rattling off my question. What do y'all think about that? Let me go with Whitney Taber.
Oh, man. This is a crazy topic. I have a few friends who are single mothers with boys, and I've been around to witness the chaos. You have to have so much energy, different types of energy to be able to even handle that. I think women can do that. We do everything. So I mean,
shit! Turn the mic off.
We
Just
do
turn
it all.
Turn that shit off. Ashonti.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get a semblance of intelligence from you. Let's go.
Don't talk about my dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna rep your dog right now when it's your
boo
turn?
my...
Wait, who you booing now?
She didn't even say nothing yet.
Exactly.
Haters gonna hate.
Right, haters is gonna hate. And
Just
that's
go ahead.
fine.
Answer the question.
Can you ask it?
I already asked it. Oh, you weren't listening when
Yes,
I asked the
was
first.
listening.
Okay,
You
so
asked a
answer
couple
the
different
question.
questions.
Answer.
Can single mothers raise
Yes.
Right.
real men?
Of course they can. This is the thing. You can't. I don't think a woman can raise a man. I think that's the father's job. But I think that a woman can raise a nice, well-mannered young man.
When are we going to find a woman that's going to say, you know what? I can't do everything.
Well, we can't do
hold on
everything,
before you
but
cut
we
me
do.
off.
We can't do everything, but we still manage to do everything.
Oh, so you can't do everything, but you actually do everything? Cut her mic off. That shit didn't make any sense. Veronica Conway.
I was gonna say.
Jesus, I'm confused. Is it possible for a single mother? What mind state does she have to have, or does she have to be in order to be prepared to get a boy to the apex of manhood? Does she absolutely need a man to model, her son after a certain point? Veronica Conway, come in here and give us some information on this.
Yeah, she needs to provide masculine energy for a boy to model.
Can she do it?
So that's whatever, not she herself, she needs to recruit. In other words, listen, you can be with a man and him still be less than a man. I know that your daughter's in the studio.
Hey, she don't have on headphones. Go ahead, speak real.
Okay, she can be with a man and he can still be a bitch, and it's still the wrong imprint for a boy. So It's not even just about having a male figure there. It's about having a masculine male figure there, because boys need to lean into that powerful masculine energy to understand their boundaries, their limits, their possibilities as a man. And I think that can only come from a man. And so I think that if a woman has, if the mother and the father situation doesn't work out, then she needs to take responsibility for placing masculine energy in her son's way so that he can have something to bounce off of, lean into, and experience as a man.
Wow. Let me just say, if women can't effectively raise men, boys into men, they need, models of possibility, masculine models of possibility to place in front of those boys. They need to become recruiters to recruit those masculine models of possibility. If women can't do it without that, then could single motherhood be detrimental to manhood? 844-55-1. Is it dangerous to be a single mother now? And this might hurt, but fuck it. Could single mothers be effeminizing young boys? 844-55-1. Who wants to speak on it right now? Get to your phone lines. It's about to happen up in this bitch.
Well.
Oh, we about to hold church.
Well, look at here. I'm about to go in a little bit. Ashonti had said a few shows back that there's a lot of bitch ass dudes in the streets nowadays.
It's a transfer of energy.
So what Zoe just said kind of makes sense. Like, there's so many men who are raised by single mothers. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why there's so many bitches out here in the world. I'm just saying. Because
go ahead, Whitney.
Nope.
Oh. Nope. There was this dude that I was briefly kind of dating, and
you dated a bitch.
Damn it.
Can you let me
I'm just
set this
asking.
up? Thank you.
Long story short.
Right.
Long story short, I dated a bitch.
No, but and I'll keep it quick. But he always was really feminine to me, and I just straight up asked him one day if he was bisexual, and
He slapped you.
he said no. He was cool about it. He said no, whatever the case, and we ended up getting into a little bit of a deeper conversation. And he was like, me and my 2 other brothers were raised by my single mom. And I was her first. So a lot of the things that boys are supposed to be able to do, she didn't let them do just by not knowing. So she almost raised them like women in a little bit of a way.
Wow.
That's crazy. And a dude, so your homeboy told you that, like from his mouth. That's
From his mouth.
crazy.
He was raised, him and his 2 brothers were raised by a single mother. And there was a lot of things that boys were supposed to be able to do that they just didn't get to do.
Oh.
Wow.
Ladies, fellas, if you guys have any questions, if you want to talk
Comments.
about all of the stuff we got going on today, give us a call at 1-844-55-1. If you need the numbers, that's 1-844-553-2741.
How many mothers do you know out there, single mothers, who treat their sons like their husbands and boyfriends by making him the man of the house?
Which is really unfair.
How many? But do y'all know people like that?
Hold on, I got it.
And how detrimental is that to the developing psyche of the young man?
All right, go
Man,
ahead.
I'm
Whit.
going in. So
My mama is my woman.
Man,
The fuck is going on up in here, mama?
it
I've
was
experienced-
crazy. It
go
was
ahead, Whit.
so college boyfriend, me and him. He was so close with his mom, and she made, he needs to take care of me. He needs to do this, that, and the other, to the point where I left him. We were like, we were planning on getting married, all this, and he was that alpha male. But because she made, like, the mom was so all up in our mix that I couldn't even be like, I can't even take you serious because, dude, we're trying to get it cracking, and your mom's at the door like, hey guys, nah, you said you were gonna take me to dinner. Well, hold on, mom, back up.
Right.
And it was because he's the man of the house, and I wish I could find a man just like my son. Like, whoa, it's kind of creepy.
Do you know mamas out there, single mamas, that are holding on to their children so freaking tight
Yeah.
that they don't create enough space and room to have relationships outside of the relationship of being a parent?
There's this guy that I dated a couple years back in Miami, and he had just graduated college, and he was moving back home with his mom for a second just to get readjusted until he found a place. So his mom, for whatever reason, I mean, she liked me, but she didn't like fuck with me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when someone doesn't have a problem with you, but they don't fuck with you at the same time. So anyways, I came outside
Girl
of
talk.
the room.
The fuck?
That's
Go ahead,
totally not
finish.
girl talk, by the way.
Just finish.
Thanks for making it weird.
Thanks for making it weird, Zoe.
Right, thanks for making it weird.
Here on The Voice of Reason, we get weird.
But this, and maybe this is more of a question. His mom would walk around the house with no shirt and bra on, just pants. And I'm thinking, bitch, why you walking around with your tatas out and your son lives with you?
That's my dude.
It
Fuck
was
is you talking
that's
about?
The vibe. That's almost the vibe that I got, though. And then anytime I would call him over the phone, she would always interject in our conversation. She was just weird. I ran into her at a nail shop one time. I'm like, oh, are you going to so-and-so's event? She's like, oh, I don't bother with my son's events. It's like, bitch, what is your problem?
How many mothers do you guys know? I'm going to Veronica Conway. How many mothers do you guys know that are reminiscent of the Old Spice commercial mamas? Always stalking. Just everything revolves around their son. And how much of that do the sons actually fuck with? Like, mom, this is enough. Give me some space, right? How many of you guys know this? So, I mean, we want to know. We're talking about...
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying, we're talking about can and do women, single mothers, really need men to raise boys into men. Veronica Conway, take it.
I don't know of any women like that because I have technically fired all of the crazy people out of my life.
smart.
if they were there, they're gone. So that's good. But here's what happens if, we have to be so careful because we can stunt and delay and defer a person's emotional growth and development if we set up scenarios where they don't get to matriculate into adulthood. And having mama have like her little man is a surefire enough way to stunt his growth. Sometimes I come into contact with people in my practice and in my coaching business, and I will notice that the part of them that feels stuck, like at age 12 or at age 18, and oftentimes if I regress them back with hypnotherapy, then I discover that they have had a traumatic event of some sort, and at that age, and it literally stops their development at that stage. So they actually don't grow past that. They're literally a child, right? And so I think that when you're talking about this topic, a lot of times what mothers that are in that posture are doing is completely stunting the emotional adulthood of that child, that son.
But paradoxically, right? Mothers can be, as former MVP of the NBA once said, Kevin Durant, mothers can be the real MVP. So what we're trying to do is find a way for women who are single women, who are raising young boys, to strike a balance. Sometimes that maternal instinct can drive a woman smooth nuts. Does any female in this motherfucker agree with that statement right there? Veronica?
You said, I'm sorry, a lack of what can drive a woman nuts?
I'm saying sometimes the maternal instinct in a woman can drive a woman smooth nuts. If she doesn't understand what it is, how to use it, how to work it, how to find a balance in it. Sometimes maternal instinct could cause a woman to pick just Benny Booyah because her biological tick is yelling at her, right?
Yeah, that's dumb. That's crazy in itself.
It's a lot of motherfucking women out there who do that, though.
I'm not into it.
I'm just saying.
That's dumb, crazy, and stupid. I agree with you, Zoe.
Thank you.
Bitches are crazy. No.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Ashanti's gonna be.
Here come the desperate housewife on this show.
Ashanti.
I'm not desperate. Thank you.
No pregnant pandas, please. No.
Fuck all you niggas.
No pregnant pandas.
I'm just.
We gonna find Ashanti.
There's somebody for everybody.
We gonna find an alpha panda for this lady.
Ooh, I would love that.
A big one.
Give me a big black and white panda.
Ooh, girl, I can see it now. Just
Didn't know how to slang that thing.
Okay.
Listen. Hey. Don't make me be mean today. It's Wednesday. I want to keep your mics on all show long.
Yeah, right.
I want to. That's my intention. But I swear for Jesus, you niggas start saying dumb shit, I'm cutting them off. Hallelujah. Speak to it, Veronica, before we go to the phone lines. You got 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you can't underestimate the crazy cocktail that is a very strong biological imperative, right? Because when we get wired to have children, that's a real urge, and I don't know that we have a lot of control over that urge. But when you mix that urgent biological imperative with crazy,
say more. I like this.
then all bets are off, right? Because see, parents are not supposed to parent to meet their needs. They're supposed to parent to meet the child's needs. And if that's all confused and collapsed in a person's psyche, then you get a hot fucking mess. I mean, it's a mess.
Wow. Listen, we're just 20 minutes in and the phone lines are completely jam-packed. It's what we do here on The Voice of Reason. Hot Button Radio. Let me get right to it. True or false? Boys need men, but not necessarily fathers. Just because a father lives at home does not mean the boy is being fathered. True or false?
True.
844-55-1. That's the number to dial. We're going to the phone lines right now. Whitney Taber, who's on line 3?
We have Davina from Los Angeles. You're on the Voice of Reason, line 3. What's good, girl? Oh, hey, Davina, line 3. Los Angeles, you're in the building.
Davina.
You got.
Can you hear me?
We can hear
girl,
you.
You got 5 seconds, Davina, or it's all bad.
Okay, I am a widow, and what I did was when my son started acting out when he was just turned like 13, 14, I tried to homeschool him a little bit, and what I did is I put him in a military school because I knew that I didn't have the wherewithal and patience to try to wrangle a man and that sort of thing. I just didn't think it would be appropriate. So I totally agree that the male influence and having a strong disciplinarian and having that male influence in a young man's life is imperative for him to grow up and be able to model that. And so, yeah.
Davina, you just brought Los Angeles into the building. I appreciate the call. If you want to bring your city into the building, you know what you got to do. You got to call the number. Whitney, what exactly is that number?
Well, guys, 1-844-55-1 is a number, but if you actually need the real numbers, that's 1-844-553-2741.
Listen, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to end mines. Mothers who are the disciplinarians, as Davina pointed out, the necessity of a masculine disciplinarian for boys. Mothers who take on that role out of necessity, do you think in a way they are teaching their sons, molding their sons to take abuse from women? And I'll say this, the reason why I come to that is because as the kid gets older, the mother has to raise the volatility of that ass whooping if she wants it to mean something to him. Because you know how boys get at a certain point. It's like, these whoopings don't mean shit. This whooping don't even hurt, right? So now the mother has to escalate that ass whooping in order to connect. But if he becomes desensitized to a woman always in his face, talking down, yelling, loud talking him, smacking him, are you preparing him to live that kind of life with his wife? Because you know he gonna choose a version of you. Ugh. 844-55-1. This shit. Who else is on the line?
We have Hustle from Miami, line 5. Hustle.
Miami, man.
Miami, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, family?
What's up, bro?
So when I look at this, man, I'm thinking it's the whole case of nature versus nurture. You know what I mean? You got some dudes that are just kind of naturally born leaders, but then a lot of it I feel has to do with the environment. So when you have a woman in that kind of situation, she has to look at that and figure out what's missing and try to inject that into the young man's life. But the problem with that is it would take them having to be accountable for their inferiority, which a lot of women don't want to do. You understand? Now, before the women trip on me, I'm inferior at being a woman compared to a woman. You understand?
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you got a young man, you take them into sports or something like that, try to get that in their life. You know?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, Hustle, every time you come on, man, you lay it down flat.
Thank you, Hustle.
Man, we appreciate you bringing Miami into the building. Who can somebody say it the way I say it? Let's hear it, Ashonti. If you want to
what?
Not even listening. If you want to bring your city into the building.
Ooh, that rhymes.
If you want to bring your city into the building.
If you want to bring your city into the building, go ahead and call in Dash Radio 844-55-1.
These niggas are terrible.
Well, no,
just cut their mics off.
I'm not a mind reader.
Jesus. Prima, come here, baby. Come here, honey. Come here.
Are you embarrassing?
Hustle made some.
Daddy's daughter is in the building. You just want to reach down and say hi? Just say hi. In the mic, babe.
Oh,
okay, honey bunny.
Why you embarrassing her in front of her friends, man?
She's like, like, this nigga here. She's no, this is Prima. Wait till we get home.
She gonna,
just wait. I'm going to pounce on you. Right?
Well, I think Hustle made a great point. My cousin, she's a single mom. She's got a 12-year-old now. Had him his whole life. Dad's in prison and blah blah blah. Sports. Like, he's in soccer, he's in basketball, he's in everything. She's active. She's there. I think that's a good way for some single moms too to get that. If you know.
No, for sure.
I think all children should actually participate in sports because it instills confidence and
teamwork.
Teamwork, man.
Yeah.
Teamwork is where it's at.
Well,
my mom was a single mother, but again, I don't have any brothers. But she beat our ass often, and she was extremely militant and didn't play no games. So I could definitely see her raising a boy into a man. The man needs to be present, though. We need fathers in the home.
Well, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper.
Okay,
Let's delve
into?
Yes, write that question down, and then I'll come back to you. Let's go deeper into. Yes, men need to be in the homes, no question. But some men don't want to be in the home because the situation is intolerable.
When I say in the home, okay, go ahead.
Let me paint the picture.
Okay.
Can we speak to the phenomena? Let's not act like it doesn't exist. Are there some women who run daddies off?
Oh, yes.
Can we speak to that phenomena and then turn around after running a motherfucker off, then turn around and say you're a coward because you didn't weather the shit storm that I was shoving down your throat? Can we speak about that too?
My mom ran my dad away, but my dad was still in house. What I mean by that is he was still present. He did what he had to do in terms of going to court, in terms of figuring out when he was going to see his baby girl, in terms of being present. Like, I remember he came over and he was helping me practice for basketball. Softball. And he never went inside of the house, but we played outside for hours. Like, he was still present without dealing with my mom. A man needs to know how to do that. Don't use the woman being difficult as an excuse to why you can't see your kid.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do right now. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say this one last time this evening. Watch your tone and your delivery in my house.
Are you okay? I wasn't talking to you. I was answering the question.
Y'all remember that scene in Malcolm X? Watch your tone in my house, woman.
I'm just gonna get back on my Twitter.
Don't you raise your voice in my house. That was
right. That shit wasn't funny. So thanks for putting some laughs in there.
Here we go. Where's she right now? On off. Thank you. And I'll let you know further notice when she can return. Thank you. Back to Twitter for you.
I was going to say something because Ashonti had brought up a point where you said your mom used to be militant and whoop your guys' asses. And for me, I mean, a couple shows back, I feel like that's really not I don't feel like that is going to ensure that a man is raised by whooping. I mean, a woman is supposed to be sweet, nurturing. I can't talk today, apparently.
Cocaine.
Anyway, I might need some coke if anybody has any. But what I'm saying is,
for real,
all I'm saying is, women are supposed to be the nurturers. So when women have to be the militant or whoop their son's ass,
this is what
I feel like it's
no, I agree with you 100%. I didn't get to fully develop my thought. What I was saying by that is because the man was not present in the house, my mom was overboard with her shit because she felt like she had to be the mom and dad. Yep. So much to the point where on Father's Day, if we didn't get her something, she was pissed off. Real shit.
Should single mothers get Father's Day gifts?
And you know what's so crazy? Look, she had a dude in the house. She had a man, but she still claimed this single parent authority because she didn't really let him handle us.
Ooh.
But she had a man in the house.
Look at all of these questions that are coming. A, should a woman who is with a man still be acting as if she's a single parent? 844-55-1. That's fucking horrible right there.
It's real life, though.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
Honestly,
listen, we got to take a quick break.
All right.
I just said it was real dumb. I didn't say your mama was.
Don't talk about
Did your mama do that?
Don't talk about my mama.
Let me just ask you a direct question. Did your mama do that?
She did.
And your mama dumb. Listen, we got to take a quick break. We'll be back. The voice of reason, Hot Button Radio.
Yeah. I've been doing this too well, too long to still be in the same motherfucking position. Everything that I've written is ill as epidemics, but they say I need a gimmick just to get some buzz. In the veil trying to duck the fuzz, being criminal just because, thinking where I am now would now be where I was. But I'm stuck in the bullshit, I'm stuck in the bullpen while everybody's still in the base. I'm screaming out like real shit that still be non-existent. Cardiac arrest and you bastards resistant to die. Static never cry, I just get pissed off. Write a song and it's on. If you in my line of fire, you can get it. Dipping and I'ma follow suit and pursue. Everything you got is mine. You don't know it yet, but I'm coming for your head and your duckets. You can only evade for so long, motherfuckers like. But you can't hide. I'm breaking knees for my needs. If my money don't rise like the sun, all out war. I kick down doors, I book round corners to give a peace of mind. At night, you out of breath and you weak, but ain't accepting defeat. Trying to keep going, it's an impossible feat. This inevitable. I got you cornered in this dead end, closing in while you panic, looking around, thinking out loud like.
Voice of Reason. The Voice of Reason on Dash Radio. Really quick, I gotta shout that kid out. That record that was just playing many years ago. You guys remember Jazz-O. I know him as just Jazz, right? Legendary MC. Brooklyn, New York, right? Hawaiian Sophie. Started Jay-Z's career. Basically, I'm gonna give him that credit, I guess. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but Jay-Z was his boy. They did that Hawaiian Sophie joint. That was Jazz-O's son that just went off. The originator's son. His name is Static. I'm gonna be playing some of his music from time to time. The kid is hella talented.
Hella.
You know, my homeboy Broadway produced the track. I thought that was fire, so I wanted to give that kid a little burn, a little shine, and I'm rooting for him. I think he's dope. I think he's got a bright future. And I think he can go probably farther than his dad if he keeps it up. So we're going to keep playing his records. We're going to keep supporting his movement. That was Static. I guess you guys can find him on SoundCloud and, you know, a couple of other places. But I'm going to get all of his links, and I'm going to put y'all on them. And I want y'all to support the young guy. Now back to the topic. Is it possible? Because like when I talk to Corey Holcomb will say things like, this generation is lost because of the children of wayward women. Right? He'll blame, like, he'll say it's the children of, you know, wayward women. But my thing is, how do we support those women who've made bad, you know, genital decisions, bad reproductive decisions?
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like there's something called reproductive responsibility.
Amen.
Right? And I think women are equally as responsible as men are. And a lot of times you'll hear it coming from, well, I'm a woman, I'm supposed to give birth. Right? I'm supposed to give life. Nope. You knew what you was doing when you laid down with me. right? I'm saying there is some accountability on the female side. So my question is, okay, you laid down, you made a bad choice. He ain't shit. You knew he wasn't shit.
So
you ain't shit. You knew she wasn't shit. Now y'all got a baby. How in the hell do y'all or do we support single mothers that find themselves in this situation? Ashonti?
Well, it's really funny because I think I was on the phone with you like 2 months ago and maybe longer, I don't know. And there was this African-American woman that was walking down the street and she had like 4 kids. And I'm like, well, goddamn, look at this bitch with all her kids. It's 80 degrees. She outside. Why doesn't she have a car, et cetera, et cetera? And your response was, well, maybe she was put in an unfortunate situation that she couldn't control. So I guess to answer your question, we should always support single mothers. We should support single mothers more than we support anybody else. They need the most help.
Tag, I'm in. I'm going in. I'm sorry. Yes. Team... No, everybody. I'm
team
yes,
hell
look,
no.
Team. I'm sorry. Look,
Team. I'm sorry.
Don't support single
No,
moms?
I'm saying support.
Hell no.
Okay, support single mothers who are obviously trying to make their situation better. But like Zoe said, everybody needs to take accountability for who you're sleeping with. You can't sit here and point the finger at him. Well, we all took sex education in 6th grade. We know how it works. If you don't want a baby, you can't afford a baby, you can't take care of a baby, don't have sex. Don't do it. Masturbate more, bitches. I'm just saying there's people should honestly, I'm going in.
Yeah.
People should honestly.
The slow fist pump is really aggressive.
I'm just saying, I honestly wish that they could mentally test people before they gave them the right to have children, because not everybody should have kids. I'm just saying.
Oh, so are you saying sisters,
yes,
women should have to apply for a baby license before they can have one?
Amen. If I can't have a gun because I want a gun, then why can anybody have a baby? Do you understand that there's so many mentally screwed up, messed up, and weird looking people in the world? Sometimes it's just like ugly people might not want to have no kids.
Well, goddamn.
I'm going there too. Let's just and if you look, and if you disagree with everything I'm saying, I need you to call me at 1-844-55-1. Let me know, because honestly, I'm getting hot in here, and then the AC's on.
Hallelujah.
Finally did my hair today, and I'm sweating it out now.
Girl, you're looking good with your fresh press. Girl.
Okay, so I'm just going to come back. You know, the phone lines is crazy right now. You know, people are reaching out. We want to know your opinion. Oh, and by the way, my little homeboy Static, today's his birthday. He just turned 20.
Happy birthday, Static.
You know, he just turned a dub, so I'm proud of him. You know, I'm proud of him. I'm going to keep supporting his music. I'm going to keep supporting his work.
All right.
Again, dads are hella important. Let me tell you why. I didn't know until I became one, right? So, and then even while you're in the process of being a dad, you don't know what your impact is until kind of like, so say parenting, you got a piece of paper and you folding it, right? And you creating this, you know, those paper planes you used to make. You don't know if that shit's going to fly until you finish folding it. You don't know if your folds are correct until you throw it and then it hits the ground. Then you take it and then iron it back out and then you refold it again. And then once you get the folds correct, then you understand, okay, now it's flying. Now it's good. Parenting is a lot like, you know, creating those paper planes. You don't know what the end result is until you see the end result in action. Well, when you're a parent, especially a dad, like I look at my son, I go, God damn, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but apparently whatever I was doing worked. You know, because when they call you and they say, yo, this dude right here, they all following him. Or, you know, this dude right here, he's the guy they go talk to when they need, you know, motivation or upliftment or what. I go, okay, well, damn, maybe that worked. My thing is, you know, the woman's burden is a motherfucker when she's a single parent, number one. So she gotta be him in a lot of ways. She's got to know what it is to be him in order to convey that to the kid. Because in some instances, You know how women have that bottom line kind of attitude when you have a baby? Turn the music down just a taste, please. You know how women have that bottom line kind of energy when it's a single parent situation, right? And it's like, I don't give a fuck what you do. We got to eat. He got to eat. The lights got to be on, right? It's easy to tell that to another person. But what I'm saying is for the sisters who are doing it on their own and they don't have nobody they can put on child support and they don't have nobody that can come in and mentor this kid, they got to adopt the same fucking mentality that they would put on somebody else if they could. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, how do those women find the resolve to stop bemoaning the situation and really just buckle down? I'm going to be honest. I was in the child support court a few months ago, and this sister said it was a sister who was there in advocacy of her son. And she said, brother, what happened to the sisters who just handled their fucking business? She said, I'm from a generation, we never came in here
for child support?
For child support or nothing like that. We just took care of the fucking kid. We just did it. And if we could do it then, it stands to reason we can do it now. We're smarter. We're better educated. We're freer as a society. Why now is this place vogue? Somebody get to the phone lines, 844-55-1. They cracking too.
When a woman is put in a situation to where she even has to ask for child support, though, I think that's sad.
But what I'm saying is, the lady was saying our mamas back in the day
didn't need it.
They needed it, but they didn't ask for it. They just fuck it. You gone, fuck it. This my kid. Yep. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna make it happen at all costs.
It's like it's kind of like proving somebody wrong. I feel like I always tell people this before you decide. I hear you,
Veronica. I'm coming.
Before you decide to have a child, look at yourself. Look in the mirror and say, Can
you be okay?
Can I do with it? Can I do this by myself financially, mentally? Can I handle this by myself? I'm not going to have a child if I can't do it by myself, because that could happen.
Well, let's just be honest.
Just get shit done.
Let's just be honest. For most women, for most men and women, they're not doing a lot of thinking when they're coming.
Right.
Well, okay, yeah.
It's hard for single moms, though, you guys. Like, my mom was a single mom, and I understand.
My mom was a single mom.
It's hard for single moms, you know what I mean? And then on top of trying to be the man and trying to be the dad and the mom, on top of that,
listen, it's hard out here for a pimp
too. Hard.
Can I also interject? Can I interject as well by saying I have two moms. I have two moms and a dad. So I got three parents. Like, most people don't even have two. Mm-hmm. My dad, I thought my dad was the best dad in the world. He killed it, right? Mm-hmm. He once told me, I wish I would have worked harder. I should have taught you X, Y, and Z. I should have done this. And I said, well, no, you're the best dad ever. Da, da, da. And he straight up told me, no, I could have done a better job.
That's a good man.
So it's like, even when you have two parents, you know what I mean? You just have to get in and get it done.
That's interesting. Veronica?
Yeah. So here's what I had to do in my situation, because, there is such a thing where there's the opposite scenario where there is the pretense of fathering, where the man shows up in the kid's life, like my ex showed up in my kid's life, did all the fun Disney daddy shit, and completely abdicated any financial, logistical, any of the heavy lifting he left to me. So here's what I had to, and wasn't a strong, and part of the problem with that is that my challenge with that is that my son had nothing to look up to in terms of an imprint, in terms of what a man should be. So what I did is, rather than cut off him from seeing his kids or whatever, which I could have done, I would have been within my bounds to do that. He lived 15 minutes away, but refused to do any of the heavy lifting. I simply I recruited men, all kinds of men, black men. A boy needs to hear a man that has some bass in his voice. A boy needs to see a man not abdicating from his financial and logistical responsibility with women, but actually transcending it. It's like, right? And the other thing that I did was that I chose to love alpha males, because if I could be in connectivity with men that I actually loved and be in love with divine masculinity, then I'm going to emanate that and be a natural embodiment of that so that my son knows what a woman's love feels like.
Wow. Shit. Let me just say, I think it has to be dyadic, right? It has to be a two-way street. It has to be bi-directional. A lot of times when you talk about abdicating the logistical and financial responsibility, that too has to be a two-way street in America today. In America in the 50s, one motherfucker could feed everybody, and he could be a goddamn mechanic, feed everybody, send motherfuckers to college, and buy a home. It ain't like that no more.
It's $2 million. Done and done.
Right.
No matter what we think, prefer, would want to pray to Jesus for, it's $2 million in money and effort. So that's the baseline of what any person that is having a child needs to be responsible to. Both people. The village needs to be responsible to it. The black community needs to be responsible to it. We need to be in the posture of deciding, because it is costing us way too much to have people play so out of pocket because of this division between the sexes. Our whole community needs to step up and stand up and begin to look at how are we going to address this issue in our community, as a community.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah in the name of Veronica. Vajonica.
The what?
Vajonica.
That's her name, Vajonica.
The what?
That's her new name, Vajonica the Mystic. We've got full lines.
Yep.
There's a brother from Los Angeles on the line right now. Line 3. His name is Mazi.
What's up, Mazi? Stand up, baby.
Mazi, get at us right now.
Be about it.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We
Hey,
got
Mazi.
you, Mazi. What's the word?
All right, man. Once again, thanks for having me on the show. What's up, Zoe? I just want to share with you what my mom did since my dad wasn't around. You know, he's one of them 70s brothers that, you know, decided to just hit it and quit it. They were married. He divorced my mom pretty much for no reason. So what my mom did, because my dad wasn't around, my mom, she had me around positive male role models, whether it be a brother from her job or she had me around the Nation of Islam for about 3 years. So that kind of helped me as I was, you know, growing as a young black man, not to do nothing stupid or anything, you know, silly that my friends were doing. So she had me around those positive role models to teach me how to be a man, but she really couldn't do it by herself. But she did a good job, but I mean, she couldn't do everything by herself. So that's what she
Right.
And then, and Mazi, that's a great point. Because a lot of times when women are put in this position to take care of the children, we deify them. The mother was the first God anyway, right? So there's this connectivity to her that causes boys and girls to kind of look away from some of the bad decisions mom makes. You understand? Mom is beyond reproach in a lot of ways. Mom can do a lot of foul shit and we just absorb it because it's mom. Do you understand where I'm going with this, Veronica?
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm
Sure.
saying? So what I'm saying is, moving forward, we're going to have to find a new kind of way to connect to single women who are raising boys. I suggest men out there, men that are fathers, mentor the streets. Wherever you from,
That's right.
mentor the streets.
That's
Right?
That's right.
The boys on your block, all of them, even if they got dads, that doesn't mean they can't take in information from other people. As Veronica said, you assemble a village of masculine voices around your son. I did the same thing. Uncle Bobby called me today. Anybody who follows my shows know Uncle Bobby is on my show. He's 60 years old. He said, "Boy, did your son tell you I called him last week?" I said, "No, Bobby, he did not." "Well, yeah, I was down in Memphis at a boxing match, and then I reached out and called him, and he picked up the phone, and I told him what it meant to be in college." And I was just thinking to myself, like, this is real good to have this old ass motherfucker just hollering at my son.
Is it?
Then I talked to somebody else randomly. Everybody who knows me knows the show. Y'all know me and Marcus King. We friends. Marcus King used to manage Jamie Foxx. Marcus is like, "Yo, I just text new." So I'm thinking like, damn, it's a lot of people reaching out to him.
That's good.
But these are all voices that echo my sentiment. So he's getting it from a lot of area. Hey, don't fuck up. This is a big opportunity for you. La, la, la. Your life is about to change. Da, da, da. Everybody is like keeping him on his P's and Q's. And then the end result is I'll hear from the coach, and the coach says he's exemplary. He's leading the team. He's doing his work. He's on time. He's eating. He's reporting in. He's getting sleep. Da, 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 da. You go, okay. A village is necessary, but can we assemble the same kind of village of voices around single mothers? But what I'm going to need single mothers to do is stop being a victim about it. Because we have to, I need help. It's just me.
I hate you.
No, listen, there has to be some level of accountability to say, you got yourself here too. Now, we willing to help you, but don't act like we owe you this help.
See, that's what I'm talking about. What do you mean we're willing to help you, but don't act like we owe you this?
You heard what I just said what I meant.
But it's your child too.
No. I'm talking about the village. I'm not talking about the biological dad solely. We're talking about sisters or people who are innocent or women who are in a situation where they need help. We want to give you the help, but we also want to give you the tools to not find yourself back here.
It's like, what's that saying? You can lead a man to, you can give him due to fish, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever, something like that.
Right.
That's literally the same thing.
The fucked up daddy is not responsible for your irresponsible pussy.
That's true. That's very true.
Oops, my baby is in here.
Earmuffs. You just got to say that.
Prima, go outside.
And then they close their ears.
We're going to send Prima outside on the street. She going to wait until the show is over. No, I ain't going to do that to my baby girl.
Not on the streets.
Listen, the phone lines are cracking. Let me take another caller. Maurice from Georgia. You in the building, Mo. What's happening? Line 4.
Mo on line 4.
How y'all doing?
We good,
What's
man.
up, Mo?
Maurice.
What's going on? So how you doing, Veronica, Whitney, and Red Panda?
Hello.
They love it. And Red
What you
Panda.
guys are saying, but Veronica, your voice is so immaculate. You know, if I could be your standby yogurt box liquor, I would.
I know that's right.
Wow.
Dang, there it is.
Wow, Veronica.
Veronica, you pulling them like that?
Your soul.
Jeez.
But,
No, that's right.
though you're saying a mouthful, and Whitney, I want to chime in on the fact of your yogurt boxes. Those are entrances. You know, let's look at the yogurt box like it's a lawn. You know, on the outside of your house. Your yogurt box is on the inside of your house. You know, if a dog comes and shit in your lawn, you're not going to be concerned too much with your grass. But if you let a dog into your yogurt box, it's your choosing.
That's nasty.
You know, because men, they'll put that thing in a hole in the ground. But this is what I want to say, and, you know, to give a little scenario of my own, I have this one who was crazy about me in high school, and we rekindled years later. She was grown, I was grown, 30 in our 30s. I'm 40 now. We was in our 30s, and she moved back in town, and I moved back, and I met up with her, and she was crazy about me. Always wanted me, but I rekindled a romance with her, but I used to just go over there after I've had a couple drinks. You know, she was a plan B, plan C, plan D type of thing.
Hopefully
anyway,
she had a plan B.
my daughter loves me. Her name is Alicia. She loves me, and I love my daughter. But she knew that when I was coming over there, I didn't love her like that. I didn't, you know, we were having unprotected sex. Of course, we've got a child, but she knew that I wasn't into her like that. I didn't love her like that. But we laid down together. We made the conscious decisions to swap juices and flows, and we changed rhythm with one another.
Right?
Yes, and we had a child. We had a child, but now, because she had my child in the hopes of that would finally get me to be the grown-up and the settled down type man that she always wanted me to be, because she saw that potential in me. But I didn't love her like that. Still don't. I love her because she's my daughter's mother. But doesn't she have some responsibility of having chosen? I'm not for abortion at all, but now I'm obligated to pay these people because, see, she wanted me, but I didn't want her. I was never going to be in a relationship with her. Not that she's not a good woman, but I just didn't. She wasn't my cup of tea. She was something to do.
But do you see that though? see, you got to take ownership for that too. I bang on the sisters and tell you got to be like, you was fucking with your life. And having a child is like hacking into the God Matrix. You hacked into the God Matrix for some shit that you didn't even intend to love, which is his mom.
Right.
So listen, just on principle alone, you got to be like, whatever comes of this situation is my karma.
That's what I'm doing, though. And me and my daughter have a beautiful relationship. She lives in Florida now. I'm in Georgia. But I talk to her often, and she's on a roll. She loves her daddy. When I do get her, and she's in my truck with me, I catch her looking over to the left at me like, that's my daddy. And I'm looking at my peripheral. I'm like, girl, your daddy ain't shit. But she's in awe of me. And I see that in her, and I try to tell her that, baby, I want to be the man who you think you are looking at. I want to become him.
Now you see that lesson? You see that full circle lesson for you right there? You see it? You see that boomerang? You might not love her mama, but you damn sure love her.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you
didn't
even intend for that. Come on, man.
That's right.
Come on, man. Hey, this is good stuff, man. I appreciate the call. We got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we coming back to the phone lines. Hey, is it possible for a woman to raise an alpha male with the help? Okay, what in the Feast of Samhain are you doing?
Doesn't feel good, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't.
You guys sound really good with your mics off. It sounds excellent in here. Do you know how good I sound without your... Hey, my daughter's here. Exactly. Fucking Fanny Pacquiao. Anyway, we're having a great time. We're talking about single mothers and how we can support them. Jesus, I was going to give out the whole topic, but, I got cut off by a disrespectful panda. We're going to cage her ass during the break. We'll be back in 2.2. So what? I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. The voice of reason on Dash Radio. I can't go for none of your bullshit.
I can go for that.
Y'all should. One more time. Let's see this ugliness one more time.
And I can go for that.
No. No.
Hey, listen, today's show is crazy right now. The phone lines is jumping. Hey, Whitney, one more time. What is the phone line for people who want to participate?
If you want to participate in the conversation, guys, give us a call at 1-844-553-2741.
Hey, what's up with that I can do this shit by myself energy that a lot of sisters got?
You have, but...
No, I'm saying by choice. I don't want you. I just want the baby you can give me, and I'll do this shit myself. I done seen a lot of failures in relationships, and I don't want none of that drama. I just want to be able to have me and my child. There's a lot of Cheryl Pepsi Rileys out there right now.
Yeah, there's ridiculous. I don't even know who that is, but whatever. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. I mean, I feel like a lot of women probably do that because they don't have love and they want somebody to love them unconditionally. So I'm just gonna have a baby and then I'm gonna be loved. But realistically, no. You probably should figure out what's going on with yourself and why you don't love yourself. Then worry about trying to find somebody who you care about. Like, I don't think it's right to have like the last caller. Like, I'm glad he's with his daughter and he's team, help raising his daughter and whatnot. But he straight up said he did not love the girl he was sleeping with raw. He was raw dogging this chick who he doesn't love. And now we have a baby who was born without some love, man. I don't know.
So, ladies,
energies and stuff. You got to have the real love in there to be creating human beings. It's kind of serious.
Hey, I think I'm going to ask a hella question right now. Do you think that that women should only give up sex if the dude loves them? Look at Liz. Your face done twisted all the way up. Somebody put her ass on Periscope right now.
First, you're saying that women need to do it alone and search for a village. Now you asking what's up with the women that think they could do it alone. So what are you really saying?
Okay, you just skipped past the question I just asked. As a matter of fact, turn her mic off. Dean just sat down. Thank you. So, Whitney, would you like to answer the question I asked?
So the question, what was one more time? The question,
Jesus Christ. Now I'm confused. I'm confused.
What's the question, Zoe?
You know what? I've had enough. You know what? This is what we're going to do. Where's Veronica? Is she still on? Let's make sure Veronica is still with us.
I'm here.
Right. Thank you, Veronica. Before we went to break, right, I had a great question, and then I asked the Wayward Panda, and then she started asking and answering questions that I didn't mention. But before we went to break, we were talking about ways to support, you know, women who find themselves with a hell of a burden. You got to understand, everything about American society is based on debt, right? Just like you said, if you have a fucking baby, that's $2 million in debt right off the top, right? Right off the top, that's what you're going to need in order for that child to be supported and loved and raised in a proper environment, right? So that's a $2 million debt right off the top. Boom. Now, the next phase of that debt is this. Do you have the time? Do you have the energy, right, to raise this kid, to pour into this kid? Most people don't walk themselves through this, you know, this process of questioning before they do things. We are an impulsive people, and we just do shit without understanding what kind of life debt we're incurring. Does that make sense, Veronica?
Right. Absolutely.
Speak to that concept. How do we support women who have found themselves in a life deficit and say, okay, as a village, as a community, this is how we're going to raise or help you raise this kid? Are there any programs?
I think the first thing that we have to begin to do as a consciousness, as Black people, I think we have to begin to think of ourselves as a community. And I think we have to begin to invoke love, real love, in our families, in our situations, in our communities. I think the reason that we abandon each other so readily is that we have a ton of self-hatred and we hate each other. Let's just call it what it is. So at some point we've been loving people, but that's been kind of beat out of us. And so now we have to restore ourselves to some semblance of love, because here's the thing. It's just like I said, the reason that I went through tremendous lengths and had to do tremendous inner work to connect with alpha males is so that I would love masculinity, because that's something that transmits to my son whether he's conscious of it or not, right? A woman that can actually love the masculine, the divine masculine, will love the divine masculine in him. The same for a woman. Women need to restore themselves to not the insane version or this horrible shadow of what we call parenting and love, but begin to actually find ways to experience love with their community, with their kids, with their, you know, they have to be restored to that nature. So I think everybody has to sort of begin with themselves and say, what can I do that impacts the Black community that I can do in a state of love? Whether it's mentoring a kid, whether it's listening to a sister, or, you know, giving a mom a night off, whether it's, you know, I've taught a lot of women how to build a virtual village around their kid. That's what I did with my daughter. I built virtual villages around my kid, and I've trained people how to do it because people just haven't been exposed to those kinds of thinking. I think we have got to, at an individual level, and with the places that we can touch and reach, we have to begin to touch each other in that way to restore ourselves to a loving state. Our community is going to die without that.
You know, our DJ is fucking horrible. You over here saying this uplifting shit, and he's playing truffle butter.
Oh my God.
Right.
Truffle booty.
DJ.
What?
Awesome.
The fuck is going on?
You know what I was gonna say, Zoe? I have a little mini story. My dad was a single dad with 3. My dad is white. If people don't know, my dad is white. He, you know, I was having a rough time in life, and I was crying around about my poor stupid life, and he said, dude, When I was 30, I broke my neck. I lost my job. My wife left me. I had 3 kids that I had to take care of, and I had to move back in with my mom and my grandma when I was 30 years old. I was like, what? And he straight up said, in the village is so real to me now, because I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. My dad took care of his 3 biracial children and had to move back in with his grandma and his mom and take care. My dad didn't even grow up with his own father.
So
my dad didn't have a dad. He knew how to be a dad because he knew what he wanted for his kids. You do need the mentorship, whatnot. And that's the thing is the guy across the street, Buck Wallace, good old Buck Wallace.
You calling people out? Okay.
No, I'm calling him out. He's R.I.P.
Hi, Buck.
He's not here anymore, but he was my dad's mentor.
Tell Buck we said hi.
He had a ton of other people that he instilled, he entrusted in learning how to be the man that he needed to be to raise his 3 kids by himself.
So,
word up.
Call to action. I want men and women who want to offer these solutions. You guys know this is a solution-based show, and it's based off of your contribution when you call the phone line. The phone line is
844-55-1.
Here's what I'm asking for right now.
I have a question.
Rites of passage for boys initiated by women. Call us with 3 tips for single moms who are raising boys. 3 tips that they can initiate, to get these boys to manhood. 3 tips for a rites of passage under her control. I know there's some clever guys out there. You guys follow me on Twitter? I'll read the shit on Twitter at Zoe Williams. If you guys want to call in and be man enough to speak on it, the phone number is
844-55-1.
3 points for rites of passage for boys that are being raised by single mothers. Get to the phone lines right now. Let's do this now. You have a point you want to make before I go to the lines? Whitney?
No.
I do.
Look, I'm sorry.
You were like, me. And then nothing.
And it just floated away. So.
And you got nothing. Okay.
Pandaism.
Pandaism, right. We got Mike on the line 5 from D.C. Holler at us, Mike.
Mike.
Hello?
Yes.
What up, dog?
What's happening?
Not too much. This ain't Mike from D.C., man. It's Dick in her jaw.
Line 6, Dick in her jaw. I was trying to save you for last.
Isn't it early for that?
All right, well, I'll be nice today. I'm reporting from the scene of a crime today.
Okay, well, holla at us, man. Speak on it.
All right. First of all, 3 tips for single moms with babies. First tip, you generally shouldn't keep a lot of men or just various dicks you fucking around your kids because it makes for a bad mental image for the child growing up. Second of all, I'm watching the fight between the mother and the son right now, and the mom is drunk. She a lousy bitch. She drove her van into the side of the house, and now the gas is leaking profusely from the house.
Okay, Joseph,
So,
my daughter is in here listening. Just give me a little love today.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right,
thank
you. You shouldn't be drugs and kids don't go together for number 2. And for number 3, birth control will help single mothers a lot because if they would use that from the beginning, that would cut down on a lot of the stuff. I know I normally go pretty wild, but, that would generally cut down on a lot of this stuff.
Wow.
Congratulations, son. I said congratulations.
Oh, man, thanks, Joseph. I appreciate that. Where did he go? Did we lose him? We lost Joe. That's cool. Hey, call us back, man. Thanks for the shout out. Again, we know this is an uncensored show, right? We know that. We apologize for any offense taken, but hey, we keep it real over here. The phone lines are live right now, and they're crazy. People are calling in. We want 3 tips for developing rites of passage that a single mother can use to raise a boy to manhood. We want to hear from women. We want to hear from men. We want to hear from everybody. We want to see Twitter on fire. We're going to get at everybody and get everybody's point because we want to uplift edify, and raise the single mother and give her, in my opinion, some ideological support. Because sometimes you don't know what to do because you don't know what to think. You're so overwhelmed with all your responsibilities, you don't have the tools. So, brothers, 3 tips. We're creating a rites of passage for a single mother, right? Raising a young boy to manhood. Help us out, 844-55-1. Lines are on right now. We're going there. Aaron from Dallas, line 6. You're in the building. Speak on it.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, you here, brother?
Voice of reason. Hey, Aaron, what's going on?
How y'all doing, man?
We good, man. You listening to the show is crazy, right?
Yeah, I just listen, man. Look, honest, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. The only thing that a young man needs to do, if there's any way, they need to listen to you and your shows, man.
Wow.
Honestly. That's the only thing. Real talk.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's a hell of a compliment.
I mean, it's real talk. I've been listening to you for the past maybe couple of years, and I wish I would have known about it. You know, your shows and how you are. Literally 5, maybe even about 5 years ago, I would be such a better person right now.
Damn.
I would be such better, but right now, hey,
Wow.
it's real talk, man. Real talk.
Nah, man, I appreciate that, Aaron. And you know, I don't proclaim to be, you know, thank you for the call. You know, I don't proclaim to have all the answers because I don't. I'm trial and error. I make mistakes every 2 seconds. But, you know, I put myself out on the line, and I really want to open up this platform so we can help people. So when they do listen, they can continue to learn, evolve, and grow by what we have to say about it. And we do that by not trying to come across as a know-it-all. We're open to your opinion and your perspective because we need help too. And I'm included in the we that needs help, right? So, again, 3 tips for women who are raising young boys, trying to get them from young boys to men, good men, strong men, respectable men, right? We need 3 tips. We're creating the rites of passage right now, 844-55-1. The lines are open. Kiara, Texas. Don't mess with Kiara. What's up?
It's Kira. But thank you.
Kira.
Yes, Kira.
Speak on it.
And I think a couple of tips as a single mother myself, even though I do have a daughter, but after dealing with her father, I think a couple of the tips that would be good is to make sure that you raise your child, whether it's a boy or a girl, but definitely for an alpha male, that he understands and learns respect, not for himself, but for others too. And to know when to be able to understand a situation and handle it as a gentleman, but also not take any shit from anybody.
Wow.
I think, because
I can smoke a bag of
they
that.
need to be able.
I said I can smoke a bag of that. That's that good right there.
They need to be able to take responsibility for their own actions.
Wow. Hey, listen, this is a call to action. You know what, Kira, you're saying something that's so heavy right now. This is another call to action. Men, call me right now with 2 tips. Just 2 tips. 1 tip if you got it. How do young boys take responsibility for who they are in every situation? How can we just convey that message? If there's a young boy listening right now who might need to hear your voice, he might not need to hear it from me. He might need to hear it from the next caller. Kira just brought up a great point. How do we teach young boys to take responsibility and ownership for everything that they do in their lives? Call me right now, 844-55-1. Kira, you brought Texas into the building. I appreciate you so much. If you want to bring your city into the building, what do they got to do, Whitney?
Hey, Kira. Thank you for calling. You can call us at
I miss you.
1-844-55-1. If you need the numbers, that's 1-844-553-2741.
All right. If calling out of D.C. on line 5, we got the homie Mike. Speak on it, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Pimp?
What's happening, Pimp? What's happening, Mike?
What's popping, Mike?
Hey, what's up? I'm going to make this quick. I don't really have tips, but I would say this. I think a woman can raise a boy, I don't think a woman can raise a boy into a man, and it's not her fault. I think fathers should be in their son's life, but if a dad doesn't want to participate in a boy's life, and I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna switch this over to my personal life. Like, I grew up without a dad, but I didn't use that as an excuse to want to grow up to be a man. So what I had to start doing was, and I was fully grown, I had to like start thinking about what type of men I wanted to be like. And like, not just any man, like a challenger man, philosophical, rebellious, you know what I'm saying, integrous. And like, so I wanted to shout you out, though, 'cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really started learning how to be a man until I started watching your show. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Wow.
Jeez, man.
So it's changing niggas' lives out here.
I don't know whether to feel bad for him for that or good.
Okay, so
Not saying you're not credible, but it's like, wow.
So the panda saw this as a comedic moment.
No, I'm not being funny at all. There's no smiles being
if not
busted
funny,
over
at
here.
least if not funny, at the very least facetious. We will be terminating your contract here. Oh, there is no contract. Cut the mic off right now. Thank you, Mike. We want to know, you guys, how do we help sisters? And not just sisters. The Rachel
I'm not going to say, don't ask me to say.
Dolezals of the world. Single people, single women who need help raising a boy.
Google.
I'm going to tell you right now, my youngest son's mother needs my help on a daily.
He's wild.
He 13. My 13-year-old got a mustache. You know, he be wildin'. Like, I be getting phone calls like, could you please tell your son not to eat 4 packs of hot dogs by himself late at night? You know, he'll just wake up and be the only one up and just say, you know what? All 4 packs of hot dogs on the grill right now. Now, that ain't my plan to eat them all, but I'm going to cook them all. You know, it'd be just wild shit, right? Just, I mean, he's a lemur of the highest order. And I be getting these calls. You know, your son just ate a whole box of Rice Krispies in a cake mix bowl. And he drank a gallon of milk. And he left the empty box and bottle in the back seat of my car. That's where he was eating it. He was hiding from me, and he was in the car. I'm just saying, it's just wild. So I know if he's wild with a dad in the mix, imagine how wild a kid like that could be without a dad in the mix. If you have concepts for single women, speak to me right now, 844-55-1. I'm going phone calls because I want to hear what you got to say. We got Ronan from Naptown. Naptown in the building, line 3. Get at me, Ronan.
Hey, what up, Voice of Reason family?
Hey.
What's happening, Pimp?
Well, I want to sit there and chime on this conversation because it is important. I want to say one tip is not only to become an active listener, but talk to your child and figure out what their passion is and teach them how to nurture it. When you do that, you know, you can basically, as a parent, heal yourself because you start looking for things for yourself. And 2, there's going to be times where you can't talk to your child. So you have to be around a mentor. So when it's all tough, you give them access to that individual and they can, you know, basically have an outlet that favors them and not, you know, you control that.
Wow, that's good stuff. Man, Ronan.
And the last one is teach them the merit of hard work. When you start teaching them young about earning allowance and the importance of being diligent on time, that's how you create alpha male.
Wow, good stuff, man. I appreciate the call, Ronan. Thank you very much for the call, man. We what'd you say, brother? He slipped it in. He said Team Taber.
Hey, boo. Yes. Yo, but no, that makes sense. My friend who's a single mother of 2 boys, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, the 6-year-old lost his first tooth. She calls me and she said, can you please talk to your nephew because he's going crazy. I gave him a good little mentoring speech about, you know, it's not a bad thing that you lost your tooth. You're going to get a better tooth. she said, how did you do that? And I'm like, what do you mean, girl? I just woke up. I don't even know what I said to him. She said, his dad or me couldn't say anything to calm this boy down. He was freaking out because he lost his tooth. He was scared. And then I'm part of his inner tribe to help raise him to a man. And boom, just a different voice. She said, I said the same things to him, but
right,
coming from you.
I like that.
Yeah.
Be a different voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's invaluable. Being a different voice. Get to your phone lines right now. I'm coming to the callers. 844-55-1. If you have solutions for single mothers who are raising boys, please call us right now. And you never know, you might change somebody's life right now. I don't know how it'll work, but let's get it done. We got BK from Fresno, line 4. Get at me, family.
How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
Man, we're alive and well, brother. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Real quick, before I say my solution, Ram Panda, you said you from Fresno. What school did you go to out here?
She stepped out real quick.
Yeah, she's using the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
We had Panda potty break.
Right. Her pamper is full. Her panda pamper is full.
Gross.
One solution I was going to say, because my sister is a single mother, and she gets real down and dirty. You know, she'll go outside, play basketball with my nephews, and catch baseballs with them and stuff. So, single mothers out there, if you your son wants to go out there, shoot around, sometimes you got to get down and dirty. If you're not a tomboy or not really a sports woman, you just got to go out there, shoot around, catch a couple balls with them, throw the football with them, and Teddy Bridgewater, his mom used to throw the football to him, and look at him now, so.
Right. Listen, can your resentment for your son's father derail him off the path of becoming an alpha male? Ladies, call me right now and own your shit on that. 844-55-1, right?
I definitely think that could harm children, especially single moms. I think a lot of single mothers get mad when the child is more interested in the parent that's not around. So, the mom is doing everything for the baby, but they always want the dad. They always, gravitate towards dad, and it makes the mom feel like this isn't fair. Me. Like, come on.
And
man.
then you got to also factor in the negative voices. Listen, for my oldest son, I'm going to put a little business out in the street. For my oldest son, his aunt called him one day because I think he got me a birthday gift, or he got me something, or a Christmas gift. I don't know. He got me something, but didn't get his mama something. And then he gets a phone call from his aunt saying, now they got, we here. They got us. We together. Our two children have us. So it's like, your mother's taking care of you. Your mother looks out for you. Don't create no goddamn dissension. Sometimes you got to get those kind of people out of the ear of the children. And my son felt some kind of way about that, because you going to reach out to him. You going to text him in advocacy of his mother when he didn't do anything wrong. So you don't know what his plan was. Maybe he was planning to do something different for mom, but it on appearances look like he did something for me. Oh, you don't ever leave your mama out. It's like, take all that dumb shit away from here, because that's how you ruin children, by like forcing a wedge between them and the two people they love the most in the world. Am I bullshitting?
No, you're definitely, that's the truth. That's what I'm saying is the moms, when they continually like harp on the dad, it makes the kid almost look at the mom kind of. That's how I looked at it. Like I said, my dad remarried when I was young. So I have two mothers, and my biological mom used to go in on my dad, and I would sit there and I would look at her and like, okay, I'm soaking in everything she's saying bad about my dad. And then I would look and see what my dad is doing, and none of it's true. To the point where it made me like not want to mess with my mom. Like, I'm like, well, I'm going to go right back on over to Team Dad, all the way to Team Dad, 1000, hashtag Team Dad, because you're sitting here bagging on him for no reason to try to make yourself look better. But realistically, you're pushing your child toward the person that, damn, I'm really...
You really are. I'm
really on this bike. I'm really feeling some type of way.
Veronica, you in here? Let me pull Whitney back.
Let me push this away. That too.
Whitney was turned up.
This is a tough piece.
Go ahead.
This is a tough piece. The discipline that women have to have as a single mom, and this is brutal, is that if the dad's in the picture, but he's in the picture in a way that's limited, in other words, if he's not doing the heavy lifting and she's doing most of the heavy lifting, like for raising the kids, then what tends to happen is that when the kid gets to see dad, it's all fun and games, right? It's like there's no rules, there's no responsibility, he's not shouldering all the pressure, so it gets to be really fun. So it gets to be mom's disciplinarian and dad's so fun. So what the discipline that women have, right? And so women can look at that and be like, do you know what this shit takes? Are you serious, right? But the discipline for a woman that's in that scenario, and it's tough. You got to bite your tongue. Is understand that the kids, when they're younger, will look at all the fun stuff as engaging and cool. But when they start to get older and they have to start to lean into their parents for things that require more responsibility, applying to college, heavy lifting, then that's usually when the kids fall apart about how dad hasn't showed up. And then the mother has to kind of step in and help them reconcile themselves to that fact, because that can be a very devastating thing for the child. If the mother hasn't been in the ear this whole time, that can be very devastating to realize that your dad actually, around some important stuff, let you down. So it requires tremendous discipline on the part of a woman, or even a single dad, if the roles are reversed, to hold that line because of the dynamic.
Man, listen, get to your phone lines right now. I see the lines are on fire right now. 844-55-1. You can call in and give us your 3 tips for single parents who are struggling to raise young boys. Now, the reason why I say young boys, because look at it this way. When you look at that dropout rate of African American males, what is that? 50%? 50%. Dropout rate for African American students, male students, right? Is that a direct correlation to the 50% population of prison inmates being African American men? Damn. How do we stop that trend? If there's somebody out there, especially a woman, who needs help raising a boy and you need tips, I need men and women who have done it successfully to call in right now. 844-55- what is it? 844-55-1.
You need some help? I can help you.
Listen here, Whitney. I done forgot more than you'll ever learn.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. Here we go. Please call. We need some help with Zoe. Look.
Shit, Zoe needs some mentoring. Memory mentors.
Look.
Shit. We've got Shahid, North Hollywood, on line 3. Holler at us, Shahid.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm a big fan of the show.
Oh, thank you, brother. Speak on it, homeboy.
Hey, I know this isn't part of the topic, but I had a question for Hecka, if that was okay.
She's not here.
I'll pretend to be Hecka.
Oh, she's not here?
Not today.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. But you can still ask your question.
Okay. But yeah.
I wanted a reading. That's what you called for.
I'll tell you. I'm channeling.
You called. You called for.
I can weigh in. I can try and weigh in.
Okay, but you called for a reading. Tell the truth, didn't you?
No, I did. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you want a psychic reading. All right. Well, listen. This is what we'll do. You can go to HeckaActivated.com and support that sister. She's good people, and let me tell you about her readings. She's way more accurate when you get at her. Like on the radio, she does these micro minis real quick. But bro,
okay,
when you connect with her and she lock right into you, it's a whole nother get down. You feel me?
Be prepared.
HeckaActivated.com. I appreciate you reaching out for Hecka, man. She good people.
Sure,
Continue to listen to the show.
Have
Thank you, brother.
Guys.
All right.
See ya.
Goodbye.
You know, I love women. I love sisters. You know, even if they got kids. I know a sister right now, television writer. You know, she's a writer. She's a single mom, right? And she does a fucking hell of a job with her kid. Beautiful, intelligent, Like you see her, you be like, oh shit, okay. Damn. Together, homeowner. You know? It's possible, man. But what's important is that sisters who are in those positions have to be fortified with the energy of good dudes. Sometimes being a good dude for a single woman means keeping your dick in your pants. Because your energy comes in and you have to understand, like the show we did before, it's a fucking package deal right off the top. You feel me? You know, it's a package deal right off the top. So you come in with some foul intentions. You're not just disrupting her. You're disrupting this kid that you think you're not really connected with in the first place. Am I making sense here, Veronica?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all have to have a greater level of discernment about who we interact with. We all need to grow up and have a greater, women and men, if we're going to take responsibility for the black community. And we are going to have to do that because white folks, sure enough, ain't going to do it for us.
You feel me? They not going to do it. And they, listen, it's not in their interest to be like, let's help the Negroes. Let's make sure the Negroes are fortified. And no, fuck that.
We're going to have to bootstrap this. We're going to have to bootstrap this.
Right. And bootstrap.
Part of it is by learning to make great decisions about relationships also so that we can model it for our kids. If we don't model discernment and truth and love for our children, where are they going to get that from?
Hip hop and the media? Because that's literally, I think, where they're getting it from now.
Hip hop and the media is disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. That's where they're getting it now because we're not showing it. I'm just saying.
Wow. Ashonti left and went and got snacks.
I don't have a comment.
I needed snacks.
She literally left and went and got bamboo.
Bamboo. Aw, so cute.
Veronica is just she really loves you, Ashonti.
As I love her.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna give a couple of tips. I heard somebody say, my daughter's grandmother said this. Not my mama, your mama's mama. Peachy. Right? She told your mama, you love your kids too much. And I never understood what that meant. Sometimes a mother's love for her child can be so overwhelming that it can just kind of envelop the whole process of thinking clearly. Am I saying that right, Veronica? Do you understand what I'm trying to convey here?
Well, yes. And the thing is there are many things that we call love. Most of them aren't. So what the thing that is the most miscategorized in our culture and our planet is the word love, because we call it fear. We engage in jealousy. We engage in possessiveness. We engage in fear. We engage in smothering. We engage in manipulation, all in the name of love. We engage in Jesus, and it's all allegedly in the name of love. And 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with it.
Right. And that's the point I want to come to. First off, please understand this, moms. You can't control every aspect. As a parent, whether you're a single mother parent or a single father parent, as a parent, you've got to come to an understanding that you got to let your child go at some point so they can live life on their terms to see if all the shit you told them has any weight. But if you're constantly buffering them from life and trying to control it, A, they're not going to get the lesson they need in order to validate what you say. The phone calls that I love the most are, Dad, you were right. Not because I want to be right, but more so because I want that confirmation that what I told you was applied in your life and gave you the desired result you wanted, right? Yeah, damn, Dad, you were right about that. thanks for that. And sometimes moms can love and dads can love so smothering like that they can prevent you from having that authentic experience. You can't protect them forever. I always tell parents, you start off as a dictator, but you're supposed to end up as a mentor. See, if you are still dictating at 14, 15, 16, 17, you're being tuned the fuck out.
Yeah.
They're not listening to you no more. Nope. And what? You dictating? So you have to turn into a mentor where you're presenting options, where you're presenting choices, and they get to think in a free manner or speak in a way to go, Mom, I don't really like that, or Dad, that don't fit me as a person. Well, who are you as a person, and how can we get you in alignment with what you're looking for, right? It's mentorship. Parenting it doesn't just mean you're the authority in their life. And that's the thing that's important.
Man, Zoe, you're hitting home right now. You're hitting home. Because the thing is, me and my mother, our relationship's pretty rocky. I'm 28 years old. She still is trying to dictate certain things in my life. And when I have an opinion about it and I let her know, well, I'm your mother and you're supposed to just listen to me. What? But I have my own brain and I use it and I'm doing all right, I think, for like my life and stuff. So back up. But then again, it makes me like, meh, back. It pushes your kids away.
Let me
Do
ask
not
you this.
be a smother mother.
A smother mother. Wow. Let me ask you this. Do you guys think a mama's boy is a good mate?
No.
Is a good relationship catch?
Hell to the gnaw.
844-55-1. Phone lines are open if you want to speak on that. 844-55-1.
Yo.
How can... let me just say it another way. Is a mama's boy a beta male?
Yeah.
Can you be an alpha male and a mama's boy at the same time? 844-55-1. Somebody speak on that right now.
I don't know. Because like I said, college boyfriend with the mom, crazy mom who was like, that's my man.
That's my man. Your son is your man.
Yeah, like that's literally how she acted towards him, to the point where I was like, I can't be in a relationship with you. I love you and we love each other, but because your mom is so wedged in between us and you aren't manning up, now I'm like, actually he looks like more like a beta male now that I'm looking back on it.
Wow.
Because I would straight up tell him like, man, you need to put your foot down and be like, Mom, and he would just...
How many of you motherfuckers are successful at putting your foot down to your mama? Veronica?
No.
I'd like to see him. Chris, would you put your foot down to Tanya, nigga? Tanya be like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Tanya's the home girl. Me and you, I'm a little bit older than your mama, so she the home girl.
Just by a year.
But, that means I could be your daddy.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Uncle Daddy Cousin Zoe.
Uncle Daddy Cousin Zoe.
No, but to answer your question, I mean, I still have a high level of reverence for my mom, because like my mom had me when she was 16. So it's been like me and her, Bonnie and Clyde, ever since then. So it's like, I mean, she has my respect, but I can't be under her titty the whole time.
Yeah, there's a way to put your foot down to your parents and to your mom. Like when I said both my parents, as soon as I turned 22, that's when my foot started going down. When it came to things that my parents were saying, I'm screwing up, I'm this and the other, blah, blah, blah. That's when I finally had the confidence and the knowledge to be like, well, actually, Dad, no, I'm not going to listen to you when it comes to X, Y, and Z. Mom, no. Like, there's a way to say things and respectfully still maintain, the rules.
Veronica?
Yeah, I think we don't actually become emotional adults until we don't need our parents' approval. Not that we don't need their love. That's different. Until we don't need their approval. Because when a man needs his mama's approval, right, then whatever posture he takes with her and that's unresolved, he will take that into his scenario with women. When a woman is still hankering for her daddy's approval, she will take that into her relationships, and that's what creates these voids and these black holes that fools get to come up in and wound you with. So in a certain way, until we actually grow, I think emotional adulthood comes from, like, I've had to fire my parents.
Ooh.
Right? And say, you can come back when you're sane, and not until then.
Wow.
When you're sane, you can come back. And it doesn't mean I don't love them. It doesn't mean I can't respect them from the distance. It's just that at some point, I have to give myself my own approval, and that's more important than giving anybody else approval, including your parents, because that's what lets you go out into the world and not need the world's approval.
Yes.
So before you can shun the world's approval, you must first shun your parents' approval.
I'm smoking a bag of that.
Give up the hankering.
That's
You have
that
to
good
give up
weed
the
right
hankering
there.
And the need.
Amen. That's good.
Okay, DJ always has a question. I mean, Chris has a question.
I had a question about what you just said. Now, what's the difference between seeking approval and asking for insight?
That's good.
That is good.
I like
Two
that.
totally different things. So, so asking for insight, I mean, we can be in deep communication with our parents about the things that pertain to life. That's not what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about approval, it's that in a subconscious way, we limit ourselves, we limit what we're going to do in life, we limit how we show up in life, and there's the deep subconscious need. We'll limit how much money we make in life just so we can stay in alignment with our parents. We have to notice where we limit choices that we make, and we're not in our full power and our full ability to do, because some part of us wants to maintain the connection of approval with them. And it's a very sneaky, subtle thing that I think requires a tremendous amount of investigation, because once you get clarified around that, you're free.
Wow, that's good shit. Listen, this is what I want to do. I want to go around the table and get everybody's contact information. We got to wrap it up. Another show is coming in here. This was a very interesting show. Supporting single mamas. What'd you say? Nick. Huh? Oh, Friday show. Friday show gonna be crazy. Past lives. We gonna have somebody in here that's gonna regress the whole room back to their past lives.
Dope.
She's fucking reality bender extraordinaire. Listen, if you got something that you want different in your life, if you got something you want, she can bend reality to make that happen. And she could do it for thousands of people through the airwaves at once. I'll be bringing heavy. Listen, this is Veronica's home girl. Veronica, you'll hear Veronica say shit like, I've got wizards. I have wizards, right? This woman right here she's the female counterpart to Nechama. But she's different. Like, she worked with my son.
She bend.
She just love your knee. Just love it. And then the next day, all of the swelling went down. I mean, she's not a game. She's not a game. We're doing past life regression. She's going to tell you why you live in the life you live today. Woo! Based off of lives you've lived before. Oh, it's going to be nuts. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be retarded.
It's going to be dope.
Friday.
Wheelhouse, baby.
It's going to be bananas, man. So listen, I need everybody to order that book. Pre-order that book right now. The Relationship Dismount, my new book coming out July 1st. Man, it is an incredible journey that I've been on to get it to where it is. And we will be releasing it July 1st. I'm doing pre-orders right now. Get yours while supplies still last. They're dwindling like a mug. Go to IamZoeWilliams.com and pre-order your copy of The Relationship Dismount. This is no game. Ashonti Ford, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter, Ashonti Ford Live, and keep subscribing to my YouTube's Girl on Fire production.
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Taber?
What's good, guys? Instagram, Twitter, you can find me, Miss Taber. You can go to misstaber.com. I got some t-shirts and some dope stuff on the way.
Wow,
Hashtag
excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And Veronica Conway, how, when, where?
Social media. Social media is all things Veronica Conway, including LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, all the above, and of course, blackmastery.com and veronicaconway.com.
I'm telling you guys right now, you're playing games with blackmastery.com. Veronica Conway developed it. Iyanla Van Zant narrates it. She put it together, man. It is a neurolinguistic program that undoes negative thought processes. It's that big, especially, and it's catered for black minds. Listen, all this bullshit going on with Rachel Donizal or whoever, this Black Mastery will get all that bullshit out your brain. I promise you. Listen, Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, will be back Friday. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll holla. Deuces.